Hey there, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Ghost Talk, where I sit and analyze videos of the supposed paranormal. Now, unfortunately, I've already seen this video maybe about 2 or 3 times. I recorded it at least once, went to edit the video, and there was something wrong with the video itself, so we're re-recording it just in time to come out on the day that it comes out on, which I believe is May 27th. Yes. So bear with me, as we have watched this video before. I will try and keep it a little bit shorter than I did the other ones, because again, we have already watched this, and some of this is pretty simple and basic. The link for the video is down below. It's from the Paranormies, a group that I do enjoy watching, although lately I've started questioning some of their things. It is called their Top 5 Scary Ghost Videos That Will Make You Sleep with the Lights On! Exclamation mark times 5. Other than that, link is down below. Don't forget, you can find the playlist here. Subscribe and like, and as well as comment. And if I remember, there should be a merch section down below as well. I usually run it over on my Twitch side, where I do these videos live, and you can come and join and watch us and say hi to everybody as we watch these videos. I do other ones as well, ones that are much longer. We're talking like 45 minutes to an hour, sometimes longer, of actual investigations rather than just list videos. So you can come and check those out as well. And there's a link down below to get some Ghost Talk merchandise. I had to look at my OBS to make sure that I was like, am I in the frame to show the Ghost Talk? I'm in the frame to show the Ghost Talk. Anyways, without further delay, let's get into it. The one thing I'm going to make sure that we are on 1080p. I could go higher, but we're just going to do 1080.
Number 5. Catlin, from the TikTok account http://butts, mainly
which I still think
uploads
is one of the
content that
best
features her doing comedy bits
names I've
or
seen.
short humorous videos of her dog. But in a short 3-part series, she uploads some deeply disturbing paranormal videos. Catlin gets out of bed in the middle of the night to investigate a bizarre noise that sounds like it's coming from the kitchen. Upon further investigation, she encounters the sound of disembodied footsteps coming up the stairs. Take a look.
I do apologize if you hear a bird in the background. It's around the time of the night where he is getting cranky, and I can't control it. Unfortunately, he is going to make noise in the background. Okay, right off the bat with this first part of this video, number 5, I have questions only because the sounds that we're getting doesn't sound like it's in a house. Almost sounds like it's being piped in through a TV, almost like it's part of a movie, or piped in somewhere through like a stereo or something. But I've got some questions on the way that this sounds just by itself. The sounds don't sound natural to a house. The creaking and groaning, which I'm sure could be maybe the oven, but I've never known a ghost to just be opening and closing an oven over and over again. It doesn't make sense.
Oh my god.
Catlin, clearly and understandably terrified, decides to retreat back to her bedroom to seek comfort. But what she
And the
would experience
footsteps,
in her final
for the
two-part
most part,
segments
some of
of
them don't
video
sound
was
like they're
without a doubt
moving
something more than she was
so
expecting.
much as that like they just got stompy louder. Like if that was supposed to be a footstep there, like
Oh my god.
why does it suddenly sound like they're going up the stairs and there was one like boom right in front of her? Doesn't make sense. Which literally could have been just her holding the phone and going stomp. Also, notice the amount of bugs that are flying around in the room. Okay, my second issue with this is, again, when it comes to ghosts, if they're going to open the door, they're just going to open the door. You're not going to hear rattle, 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 and then the door is open. And that is almost classic horror movie trope. Typically, when a location is haunted, it'll either open the door or it'll twist the doorknob. It's not going to just twist the doorknob a bunch of times and then open the door. It's like, might twist it, but won't shake it and then open the door. Number two, although we could see a little bit into the hallway, there's enough space and enough darkness where somebody can kind of open the door and slowly kind of push it open. While in the bathroom, enough time, there's enough space where we don't see anybody and they could be behind the door. It also doesn't make sense that it would start opening the door and then just slam it shut. Just
Doors unexpectedly start slamming shut around her as she continues to hear the footsteps getting closer and closer up the stairs, but nobody can be seen. Listening closely, you can hear the panic in Catlin's voice as she whimpers in agony. Unfortunately, she did not have her dog present.
And then suddenly that one door is wide open. Odd.
To help protect and defend her from whatever was inside of her
When did
home.
that happen? Because we didn't see that happen. The door stopped opening. That one slammed shut. That one is now wide open. Why is that door wide open? Where's the dog? Again, we have these footsteps, but they don't sound like they're getting closer. They just sound like they're getting louder. And again, fiddling with the door, which sounds totally different than before. And then again, we can't see what's behind that door, and then it just slams shut. The other issue, again, that I have with this is that I think he's about to say, but there's been no other update from her.
Catlin has not since posted anything further in regards to the paranormal encounter
Which
she
opens a big
experienced
question.
inside her quiet residential home. Could this be a disembodied spirit tormenting Catlin in the middle of the night? Possibly a confused spirit just passing through her bedroom? Or is Catlin in the early stages of a serious paranormal haunting?
Typically, you don't get just a random ghost in a random location. That doesn't happen. Typically, a location is haunted due to a connection that the entity has to it or to an item. So did she purchase anything that was used? Did she upcycle anything? Apparently, because that's a thing. Did she buy something and then have this happen? That's where the question comes in. Typically, you don't have a ghost just randomly appear. They're usually attached to a location, an item, or a person. Those are the three things. They don't just go, I think I'm going to haunt that house today. That doesn't happen.
You be the judge.
Can that be
Number
the
4.
jury and the executioner? Can that be Judge Dredd?
The following video was uploaded to the YouTube channel Q about 5 months ago. With only 11 videos, it comes as a surprise that after the events that occurred, we haven't seen many more videos surfacing from the account. The video shows a young man who was hired to do some videography. He was asked to film the conditions of the inside of a small apartment home by a client of his. His client's mother knows the husband and wife couple that lived in the apartment, who cared for an elderly woman with dementia. While the husband and wife were out gathering groceries from the corner store, the elderly woman mysteriously disappeared, completely vanished. Suffering from dementia, they assumed she went for a walk and became lost.
Which is very possible, which happens quite often. It happened to my own grandfather, so...
But after further investigation, they noticed all the doors in the apartment were locked from the inside.
So there's literally no way for this to have had happen. I'm sorry. I know we're setting up the story here, but from a physical and metaphysical standpoint, there is no possible way for that to have happened. And this is coming from somebody who believes in the paranormal and the supernatural. Then there's just logic. And if the house is locked from the inside, there is no way for somebody, the only way is if somebody came in through a vent and kidnapped her. That's a lot for a random person.
They called police, but the woman never surfaced. That's when the wife started saying that she was seeing the elderly woman inside the mirrors of their home, prompting her to set up as many mirrors as she had. After the police case closed, the videographer...
So this again is just setting up the story.
Hired. He was asked to film all of the mirrors. Take a look.
So you have a random person that's just being asked to film all the mirrors. Why the mirrors? Oh, because that's where we're seeing her. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Each room has mirrors that the wife left. Can't see very much in that mirror. It's not even reflecting light. That's weird. The other thing is, I don't know what language this is written in. I'm unfortunate. I am ignorant of the language and the location.
As the young man pressed...
From the looks of it, it looks like it's Japanese or Japan, or it's from Japan, and that is also very questionable, as Japan has a very strict privacy laws on their videos, and they have a bad history of showing staged videos.
He examines each mirror closely and even shows an interest in the locks that he recalls were all locked from the inside during the time of the woman's disappearance. It's at this time that he comes across a mirror that seems to captivate him.
So he watches the whole thing open up behind him, and then he turns around. I'm sorry, but if it was me, as soon as the door started opening, I would have turned around. Furthermore, they asked him to film this, and he's using his cell phone to film it. At least he's filming in landscape mode. To which, if you do this, if you ever film, please do so. You're going to use your phone, please film in landscape, not portrait.
Suddenly, the closet door behind him opens, and he turns around to face another mirror. Startled, he quickly made a decision to leave the apartment. It wasn't until he reviewed his film that he discovered not only one, but two very strange paranormal pieces of footage. He was not able to capture the elderly woman who was said to now live inside of the mirrors, but he was able to capture something.
Which is, okay, so you're not doing your job very well, apparently. Ooh, there's a different person behind him, which could have been edited in afterwards, or, again, with most Japanese videos like this, a good portion of them are all staged and set up. And in fact, a lot of ghost videos like this are just staged in general. Stage is just a nice way of saying fake. We didn't want to use the word fake as an emote, so we call it staged, where they set it up.
Hugh goes on to
Shout out
mention
Kiwi
that
Jar,
an
who
unknown
did the
family
emote.
occupied the home for a short time after the owners sold it due to the experiences they had there. He also mentions that the house has since been demolished after the unknown family moved out.
So
Nobody
there's nothing
knows
to
why
go.
the new
So again, that brings into question the legitimacy of it, because if the house was destroyed, then there's no way that we can investigate further. So therefore, nothing to worry about.
owners mysteriously moved out, or why the house was demolished. But
Almost
at the
looks like
time
a
of the
cardboard
video,
cutout.
the land was still up for sale. Number 3. The following video is quite strange. It comes from TikTok, but the account holder has since started up her own YouTube channel highlighting the ongoing paranormal encounters that surround.
I have watched a lot from this woman, and she's rather annoying to me because she overuses the phrase "oh my god" way too many times. And I don't believe anything that she's putting out to be authentic. Because number one, again, it's coming from TikTok, and I take TikTok with a grain of salt the size of at least my head. Okay, I don't trust a lot on TikTok. I would say maybe about 99% of what comes from TikTok isn't real, at least as far as ghost goes.
Around her haunted farmhouse that was built in 1742. Now, I always take TikTok videos with a grain of salt, but this account has slowly become one of the most interesting accounts that I have seen on the application. What
for
started
no
off
reason.
as a strange noise captured on a security camera has evolved into what seems like a bizarre haunting, and I wonder if they have since awoken an old spirit that once laid claim to this old property. Take a look.
Sounds like an animal in distress.
I'm gonna let it catch up. Oh.
Which it is. It's probably a fox, a coyote, a wolf, a dog. It's an animal.
And then we saw something
Also, if you notice, it says low quality.
really weird over there.
20 minutes after the strange noises are heard from the security camera footage, they notice a small figure randomly appear on the camera, and after a short amount of time he exits behind the home.
All of a sudden, something just appears.
Like shaking.
Where is it? Good thing we have these cameras. Come on. Like, what is that?
My camera got blurry.
Except that if you see that, it says 2047-24, right?
Like, what is that?
There is almost a minute difference between what their counter down below shows, which is showing 2044.
Good thing we have these cameras. Come on.
Or 2045-01.
Like, what is that?
Oh my god, I think I just found it, guys. 2047-15. And I am almost positive. Boom! Look at that! I just found it. I just found it. If you look at the very top of the screen, it goes from 2045-02 to 2047-14. There's your cut. Meanwhile, the timer, it's blocked by the bar here for YouTube. But if we play it,
What
and
is
the
that?
bar goes away, God. That's showing 2045. So it's on par, but it doesn't change. It doesn't change. Look, if you look it's very hard to see, but if you look right here, that time does not change. This is edited. This is staged. I am calling it out right here, right now. This is edited and staged. This is not real. You jumped up 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Meanwhile, your other time down here has not changed at all, and that was counting. We saw that earlier. It was counting. So, this is staged.
Like, what is that?
What it is staged.
Camera got blurry. What the hell? And then it shows up.
I would like to know, can we see the actual time on her phone? Typically, time is on the left-hand side? Left-hand side. Top left. I'm going frame by frame here. Let me...
What is that?
Are they smart not to show it?
What is that?
It's staged. That's what it is.
My camera got blurry. What the hell? And then it shows up on the side like you showed me before. Mm-hmm. Which is over there.
Oh, wait. It's quick. Can we? No, we can't. Fuck.
Which is over there.
We can't see what time it is.
Of those windows over there. Which are, alright.
Oh, wait. It's too blurry to see.
Alright.
Jen definitely seems to have a haunting inside of her home.
No,
it's
she
impossible
doesn't.
for
What
sure
she
to
has
say
is
how long this
some
spirit
really
has
good
been living
editing
with her
tricks.
and her family. But the noises
not
that
that
she
good.
encountered aren't anything that I have ever heard. This was just the beginning. The video that caught my attention is much more terrifying though. It shows her, once again, hearing the strange noises. But this time she decided to hit record and walk outside to investigate the noise further.
Exactly. If it was
But to her
8:30, then
surprise, she doesn't find the cause of the noise
that had to be
coming
the
from
day
outside of
before or the
house,
day
but sitting
after,
inside of her
because
home is this.
well, as in the day after that happened, they're recording the day before of the recording.
Honestly,
It can't be the same day. So maybe 9:30, which would be about 45 minutes later.
I'm just like, what the hell is kind of going on? I'm gonna make sure there's
Like she's randomly walking outside for no reason, and then even commentates about the moon rather than like, why are we staring here? What is this purpose? If you're investigating, trying to show where the ghosts are at, why are we standing here for so long? Makes no sense.
Did you hear that?
No, nobody hears it.
I hear it. It's like high-pitched shrieking.
If it was a high-pitched shrieking, we all would hear it, but we don't hear it.
You hear it?
No, nobody hears it.
That's a bird.
There's no bird.
Nothing. Nothing. All the lights on. I have the cottage lights on. I'm not fucking around right now, babe. I don't got people, just in case I see anything. I'm going crazy, and the moon is beautiful. See the fields.
And the moon is beautiful. Like, why are we focusing on the moon? To me, this is giving enough time for somebody to do that. Suddenly, there's a person there.
Oh my god, there is this one. I thought I saw something. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And then it just ends. She doesn't go into the house. Yow! Yow! Almost like in a laughing manner, and then turns around and walks away. I hate to say it, she's
what
staging
appears
this.
to be a
It's
strange
staged,
figure
and that's
sitting
that.
inside of her home through a window while she stands outside in the snow. It's hard to make out the figure and be able to tell what it is, but I've watched the video several times. And if you
It's
slow
another
it down
person,
enough,
that's what
it
it is.
almost appears as though the figure blinks once in the video. Do you think that Jen and her family are dealing with something paranormal inside
No.
of their nearly 300-year-old farm home, or is it all just for TikTok entertainment? Let
It
me
is
know
for
in the
TikTok
comments
entertainment.
what you think is
And
going on here.
I use the word entertainment very, very loosely in that manner.
Number 2.
Number 2.
This next video has recently surfaced online. It's footage filmed from the front entrance of an unknown home, clearly security footage. But what these cameras should be detecting in the middle of the night is random traffic, animals, or in some instances unwanted intruders. In this instance, they captured a lot more than the homeowners would have imagined. They captured what looks like a tall man in a robe, or some other kind of long cloaked outfit wandering from across the street and into their yard before vanishing into nothing.
Camera glitch or good editing.
It's hard to
all
tell
there is
exactly
to
where
it.
the figure is coming from due to the angle of the camera, but if I woke up and noticed a notification from the middle of the night, and this was the recording that was found on the film, I would definitely be curious to see if any of the neighbors could see exactly where it came from or manifested. If anyone has more information regarding this instance, please let me know. I would love to know more about it. But unfortunately, this was the only video I could find regarding this instance.
Which tells me that there wasn't enough information to go off of to begin with, therefore it's nothing.
To me, this definitely seems like a ghost wandering through the neighborhood.
Now this last one, apparently the person who... Again, it comes from TikTok. I'm not going to spend all day on it like I did in some of the other videos or attempts where I've tried to record this. It is staged, and the person who did these videos has even come out to say that they set these videos up because to prove how good of a editor he is for TikTok.
Number 1. Now, I've seen a lot of scary videos online regarding attachments and
This is the best example of the editing. Apparently there's something in there, and then when he turns... There's an edit somewhere, like, it's not perfect. Right there.
all sorts of videos about ghosts, spirits, and the paranormal in general. But Diego and his daughter Amy have somehow managed to stay off my radar until now. Their
Has
videos are
admitted to
absolutely
staging
terrifying.
everything he's done.
Amy has a young spirit that is always around her, and although it seems that they are happily playing together, Amy always seems to be in a trance whenever the young spirit shows herself to Diego. These are a series of videos that Diego has been able to film. He's been lucky enough to capture some of the nightmares that he and his daughter are living.
¿Decir cuarto? Sí, hágale, hágale. ¡Uy, marica, venga! ¡Qué ñero, rápido! Uy, no. Marica, perro, lo grabé, ñero, lo grabé, venga. Mi hija cuando le ponen princesas no copia desde nada.
This is another good one here. Where the edit is right there. He's suddenly much closer to the couch than he was a moment ago.
Chana, coja las cosas.
It's another good one where you can check it. It's right there, actually. Again, change in lighting, and he's much closer to it than he was a moment ago.
It's out of one's mind to think that they would ever have to go through something like this with their child. And although Diego is capturing some of what I believe to be the best paranormal evidence and sharing it on his Instagram,
right there is why I started questioning, and one of the reasons why I started questioning the paranormies.
I still can't help but think about what his family is going through and what kind of relationship Amy and this spirit are having together. You'll notice oftentimes in his videos that whenever the spirit shows herself, or whenever Amy is in this trance that is linked to the spirit, there is always a little doll with big pink sneakers right nearby. It leads me to believe that maybe the doll is a conduit of some sort, and the attachment, hopefully, possesses
Why is
the doll.
Annabelle's door
But for how
open?
long?
Why do we have
Before
the
she
door
becomes
open to
completely
Annabelle?
engulfed by the
Annabelle's
spirit.
door, why is
I
it
believe
open?
if
Should
it is
never
able
be
to
open.
enclose her inside of this trance already, then it might not be long.
This is another one where if you know where to look, you can catch the edit. Or if you know what to look for.
María.
Again, I'm just using YouTube's own ability to go scene by scene, and it looks like right there. Actually, yeah, that's it right there.
Amy.
Some of these, it's very hard to find the edits. But to which, yeah, he's good on some of these, but not all of these.
¿Qué es esto precioso ahora, marica? Amy.
Right there. He suddenly shifts to the left.
Amy.
Easy for his daughter to do. That's all she has to do is
Amy.
sit there.
Amy.
Those are 5 scary videos that I truly find compelling, but it's up for you to decide whether you want to believe them or not.
And I don't believe them. Well, I don't believe the TikTok ones, that's for sure. And the Japanese one. And the other one was just a camera glitch. So there you have it. There you go, guys. That is it for this episode. Next one, I believe, is going to be Sir Spooks. And then the one after that is going to be a top 10 evidence clips from the real Conjuring house. We're going to take a look at that. Thank you very much for being with me on this journey. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. I don't wave very often. Waving's weird.